Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chris Howard. Before we get started today, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the link tree in the bio. Go grab the book, Monetize Your Hustle. And we're gonna get right into it. So reflecting on, yesterday, I wanted to talk about stop telling your ideas to people who are not even doing anything. Like you're looking for validation from somebody who's not even doing anything. And that's like shooting a basketball with no air in it, right? Like you're giving your energy and your words for validation to someone that's not even doing anything, and it's not going to go no further than you saying, man, I want to start this book. I want to do this. I want to do that. They're just looking like, okay, like they might try to say something positive or they might say something negative, but there's no point in telling somebody who's not doing anything your idea. There's really not even a point of telling people your ideas, especially if they're not like partnering up with you or going on a journey with you. I think you should like keep your ideas to yourself, focus on the idea, and figure out ways to execute the idea. And I bet you once you start doing that, right, people will come to you and like the right people will come to you and ask, hey, how did you do that? Or I want to do that too, right? But if you'd have told them that before you even did anything, it would just be dead. Like it would just be a waste of breath. So when you take action and you do something and you start to do something, the right people will come to you. You don't have to go looking for it. It will come find you and it'll help you grow. Like for me, like I get things done when I'm by myself and I'm able to focus. I don't know what it is, but like when I'm in a crowd of people, maybe it's the people I'm around, but when I remove myself and focus solely on making it happen, 99% of the time I get it done. Opposed to me trying to do it with a team and it's just talk. Like I'm one of the type of people I hate talking. Like not in a sense like this. Like I hate talking about these amazing ideas and nothing happens. Like you can have $1 million conversation and then leave and then it's just nothing after that. Like nobody follows up, nobody's ready to execute. When it's time to execute, somebody got to do this, or I don't think I'm ready for this. I have to do this before. Like all these different. Once it goes back to distractions, like all these different distractions will start to happen. Opposed to like if you're by yourself and it's like, okay, I'm gonna start this and I'm gonna make it happen. The only person that you can get excuses from is yourself. So I say personally, like for me, I am able to make a lot of things happen by myself. Not saying that it has to stay that way, but to get it started, most of the time it's like by myself. And maybe I need to find new friends. Maybe I need to find some people that's like minded and not saying new friends like that, like the people I grew up with. I love y'all, but y'all know y'all don't. We don't really get nothing done once we like talk about it. And this is something that's not new. Like if my boys are watching this or my friends see this, like y'all know, like we talk a big game and then nothing happens. We can't even like go on a vacation without you know something happening or just it's just not being executed. But when I get by myself, like it's nothing for me to like make it happen because I don't have to rely on someone else, either whether they're gonna be late or if they're even gonna show up or if they're gonna contribute or whatever have you. Like, and I say, get it started on your own, and then bring people along, and then the right people will come along who want to help you with what you're doing. So I say, for me, I say just get it started, work on it, and then those people will come. Like that's how it worked for me like almost every single time I plan something, I get it started, and then I start doing it. And then those people that on that same wavelength will come and just say, "Hey, I want to be a part of that," or "How can I do that?" "Hey, I need to do this with you." And then things will just start happening once you do it on your own. So for anybody who has like any ideas or any business ventures that they want to do, don't wait for anyone. Do not wait for anyone because you'll be waiting forever. You're barely able to do it on your own now. So waiting for someone else is just gonna prolong that more and more and more. Like this lady that I know, she told me that she came up with the Uber business before Uber was a thing. And she told her husband to do it and started, and he never moved on the idea. And then a year or two later, boom, look at Uber. Uber's out, and now Uber's like one of the biggest transportation companies in the world. And even for me, like house telling my son that I wanted, there's a store, like an empty store around the corner. And I'm like, man, I've been telling him like I want to put a big convenience store there. Like and I think we can like be successful with a convenience store there. And I've been saying this, saying this, saying this, saying it. And then all of a sudden someone put a convenience store there. Now whether they've been successful or not, I don't know, but a convenience store is there. So like you have the idea before anyone else does it. I say just go for it, do it, bootstrap up, make it happen. And even if you have to go to seminars and events, that's gonna help you um, with that business venture and help educate yourself. You don't have to wait for your partner, your wife, or your husband in order to go to that event. Just say, "Hey, babe, I booked an event. I'm going. If you want to go, you can go. If not, I'm going." Like you have to like, it's up to you. It's only up to you. No one can make anything happen if you're not making it happen yourself. Like you have to start it. You have to. If you've been watching me for a long time, you know I'm not afraid to start nothing, and I'm definitely not afraid to fail at anything. Like if I have the idea, I am going for it. Like I'm gonna do it. Like that's just been my nature ever since I was burning CDs in my mom's basement and selling them at the corner store. Like I've always did things without anyone else's confirmation or anyone else's validation or having to wait for anyone else. Like I was like 18, 19 years old. You know, I was in the streets doing whatever. I had at the time it was DVDs and CDs. I had a CD, a DVD store. I think I was selling candy at one time, and I was working an overnight job. Like, and that was like a spark for me. Like, nobody is gonna do anything for you. You have to do it on your own. I remember like I was living with my mom. I'm like 16, 17 years old, and there was a nurser home like a street over from me. And I went there, I walked there, I got a job, and I knew I had a plan. Like I wanted to get a job, I wanted to get my permit, I wanted to get my license, and I wanted to get a car. Like I used to fiend to have a car. Like having a car was one of my biggest dreams. Like to get behind a wheel and drive a vehicle was like my one of my biggest dreams or whatever have you at that time. But I went over there, filled out an application, got a job. Couple months later, got my permit. Couple months later, got my license. Couple months later, I bought a vehicle. Like I had to make that happen. No, like, I might have been the first kid in my neighborhood to pull up in a car because I made it happen. I didn't have to wait for my mom or to pass me down a car or give me a car, or I don't even think she told me I had to get my permit on my license. Like I just knew like this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I have to do. And I think that just carried over to who I am now. Like if I have an idea, if I would have started a catering company tomorrow, guess what? I'm starting a catering company tomorrow. And there's no one that's gonna be in my way and no one's stopping me. No one is gonna tell me that I can't do it. If I really want to do it, I'm gonna make it happen. Like I have like so many stories with that, and even with film and photography. I went to go look for a camera. I wanted to get into photography. It was on my vision board. went to the camera store, and I was asking the guy, about cameras, and I want to get into photography. And I was like asking him the dumbest questions because I didn't know anything about photography. And he was just like, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. You should just quit now. Like, this is not for you. You're not gonna be a photographer. Like, you should try to find something else. Like, I honestly don't think this is for you. Like, you barely even know anything. So I'm like, damn, that was crazy. And my girl was with me, and I left, and then I went to Best Buy, and I'm like, and this was a different camera store, and then Best Buy was like down the street, and I just went and bought any old camera, and I'm like, like he didn't even really phase me, but he did. I was just like, man, you got told the wrong person that, because guess what? I'm about to be the best photographer out here. So I got a camera, and I started doing photography. And I remember having to go get like a new lens or something, and I went back to that store, and I was talking to him maybe like 4 or 5 months down the road, and I was asking him like looking for a specific lens, and then he was like, "Oh, you do photography?" Dude didn't even remember me, and I was like, "Yeah, I do photography." He was like, "Yeah, da." We started talking, and I was showing him some of my work. He was like, "Man, you're really good. You definitely have an eye. Like, your resolution is good. Like, your color is good. You got this, and that. Like, you're an amazing photographer. How long you been doing photography?" And I was like, "I just been doing it for a while." And I was just laughing, and then my girl was like, "Wow, like you remember that dude was like, don't even freaking try to be a photographer, don't even buy a camera, you don't even know anything." And I'm just like, so those little things always were instilled in me. Like, I know I have to depend on me in order to make anything happen. I'm not dependent on anyone else. Like, it's up to you. Like, you have to do it. No one is going to do it for you. And I say, whatever it is you want to start, write down a plan. Tomorrow, start executing. And that's my spirit for today. This is the Everyday Journal. I appreciate you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing. There's got to be plenty more. If you guys want to tap into the book, hit the link tree in the bio, and it's up. Peace.